Hello and welcome into the stream. I hope you're all having a good day today. It's D&D night. We are back with the Highlander campaign. And I am really excited because I have missed playing this. So if you're new to this, this is a campaign that myself and a few friends have had going on for coming up on probably about a year in March, I think. And yeah, we're currently trapped in a location called the Savalier Woods. We're making our ways through it. We got led astray by a random treant. And yeah, we're currently waiting on one of our members to show up because they are running late. But other than that, we're just gonna sit and chat for a while and talk shit until they show up.
After there being a 20 in strength at level 3 and a 4 in intelligence. He was a very dumb boy.
He was a very man.
I mean, I know I'm stupid, but come on.
I'm talking about you.
Sure. Also, that's the stream live, so we're just waiting on Eloni now.
Indeed.
Yeah, because I managed to also... I've not really fleshed it out, but I've made a second character that I've literally got part of a name. So it's only it's a work in progress. I did rolls for them, and they did manage to get a 20 in there. But I think that was with a modifier, because I think that's like something to do with race or class.
Yeah, because the max you can roll is 18. But with a modifier, it could be up to 20, depending on what you...
Yeah, so it's like they've got a 20, 2 14s, a 13, and a 9. So that was alright. Yeah, I hope I never have to use this character, because Coda isn't dying.
I was literally about to say, oh, great, so you have an extra backup character, so I can kill Coda. Good to know.
No.
I mean, let me put it this way. If Hawthorne dies, you've got to put up with Aramir.
Why do you think, Jadaji, I got Coda good on me? You can't take him away.
I've just purposely made my backup character an absolute asshole.
Oh god. Alright, listen. We'll see what happens. Speaking of tattoos, though, my new ones, my tattoos are like at the itching phase, and I want to chop off my goddamn arm.
Oh, the worst. Actually, the worst.
I'm getting...
Like, there are times when I think, like, maybe I should just chop my arm off and, like, put my arm up on a wall and I can admire the tattoos that way, because, oh my god, I just want to itch.
There you go.
I'm getting my next tattoo Saturday.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Potentially, if I can fit them in, because I'm a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, so I'm getting... So I didn't share it on, like, Twitter or anything, but I have another one on the back of my arm, which is the energy sword from Halo.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's really cool.
Yeah, that one I'm getting colored in next week at some point, because right now it's just the outline. So that I still have to do, and it's going to look so sick when it's actually colored in. I'm excited.
Methinks Noni forgot. Noni!
Hi, Noni!
Good.
20 minutes till time.
Lost track of time. You're all good. We've only just started.
You're good. Yeah.
Well, that's us 5 here now, so...
Indeed.
Right, and that was good. I was like, oh shit.
Right then, fellas. Shall we dungeon some dragons? Or whatever the cool kids say these days?
You started the stream and everything?
Stream has been going for about 3 minutes now.
No.
Sounds good. Oh right, you're on YouTube now, innit? Gotcha. I was looking for it. I was looking for it on Twitch. Oh,
I'm
hi.
on the tube of
Hello,
cubes.
YouTube. I'm here now.
I was smacking a rock cube. I love that for you, Noni. Also, yeah, the link's in Plug Yourself.
Gotcha.
If you scroll up in this chat.
Like having the stream open so I can glance at chat. Hello, chat.
Alright. We've been falling for 30 minutes better late than ever. Mel, don't do that to Noni.
I will say before we get fully started, I was proud of myself. So I have, the 2 metal dice sets. And they're both, just in tins. And I could tell just by the weight which one's which.
Did you forget to get dice?
Hold on.
You forgot dice.
I'm like, oh, sorry, I was all set up and you said dice, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't grab my dice.
Where's my dice?
It's so weird being on my one small screen. Oh no. Single monitor blaze. I remember that feeling. The clacky good feeling. The clacky good sound rocks.
Clacky clacks.
I like the clacky clacks.
I love my click clack rocks.
That's what it is. Click clack rocks.
Click clack rocks. All right. Are we all ready?
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me dice.
All right. No need.
Salutations. There's a hoe in my chat. Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
In that case, so last time you all managed to find your way out of the Floatcat Alps, down into the Crystal Sands tundra, and eventually turned your path towards the Sevelier Wood, which a familiar, although mostly unexplored, area to Hawthorne because of the dangers that Sevelier Wood holds. But unfortunately, you all have to traverse it to get back towards civilization and eventually back to your goal of where you all started. So, you proceeded into the Sevelier Wood, started to head towards in that direction, where eventually, as you started to get towards the edge of the woods, a group of these gnoll creatures came running out at you. At first, you prepared yourself for combat and were ready to fight, but you soon realized that they weren't coming to attack you. They were running from something, and as they pushed their way past you in their frenzy to run, a green dragon, preceded by two green drakes, came out of the woods as well and confronted you. This young green dragon told you all that this was his wood, and his mother's as well, and that he'd be watching you as you made your way through, and proceeded to grab one of the gnoll's corpses and flee back into the woods. After that startling encounter, you all proceeded deeper into the Sevelier Woods, finally making your way in and seeing the strangeness of this terrain, how everything looked just off, a little bit off. The trees, the grass, the greenery, all just a little bit off. You made your way in. You had an encounter where you rested in a clearing, and a treant came to life and sort of confronted you and sort of offered his help as someone who'd lived in these woods for a long time to lead you away from all the various dangers that are in there. He led you through the woods, through a odd, wild magic area, which sort of let you all see this magic aura around yourselves, connecting you from where your magic is from and where it originates from. And Tardos, who has this sort of just wild magic about him, just shone with this magical light and activated his wild magic.
Don't forget, someone thought it would be a good idea to attack the sleeping tree with a lightning bolt.
That's true.
I was right.
You were.
At least that it was alive.
That is indeed true. It's
That's
true.
true.
They're all alive.
Indeed. After your encounter with this sort of wild magic area, you all continued forward, following this treant that you had been following, this awakened tree, leading you forward deeper into the woods until you came upon another clearing where you saw this hunched, small, gnome-like creature standing in the middle of it. As you sort of approached and spoke to it, it turned around laughing, talking about blood to soak its cap in, and attacked you with several other creatures crawling out of the woods as well. You all fought them off, winning the battle, and as you all sort of took your breath after the conflict, turned around to see what happened to the treant that you'd been following, only to realize he was gone, nowhere in sight. That's where we start this session. You all a little bloodied, a little tired, and once again alone in the Sevelier Wood. What would you all like to do?
Well, I remember last session, John was adamant about these scythes.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh, I'm leaving that. I'm leaving it.
Oh, he's moved on.
No.
Change-
I did Googling, but I'm not going to metagame, so I'm just going to leave it.
Oh, right. Well, we've just survived a fucking battle. I know that Code is wounded.
Oh, Hawthorne is thoroughly fucked.
I was revived.
Did you move yourself up?
Yeah, you may or may not have suicide bombed. This is true.
Yeah.
True.
Self-destruct.
I'm almost dead again.
So, Taji, how would I gauge this clearing that we've... I know that there's, a dead red cat, which I assume is still there, because the other things... But how suitable of a place would this be to, like, pitch up a tent or... Well, not tent, but...
Curl up in a ball and cry ourselves to sleep.
What sort of time of the day are we at, anyway?
So you haven't been traveling for too long. It's only probably like, well, it's been a while. It's probably like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So you still have daylight left. But
Okay. Do we want to
this little clearing you're in? If you want to give me a survival check.
survival check?
Oh, can I do one as well?
Sure.
That's a 17.
Sure. Everyone, give me a survival check.
I just realized I can use my actual dice. Oh, that's terrible.
Just straight up rolled a 3. Love that for him.
Yeah, I'm still out of it from fireballing myself.
Yeah, you didn't have a good time. The last time I saw a wild magic sorcerer blow themselves with a fireball, they killed the dragon in the process. Why couldn't you kill the dragon in the process, Tartarus?
Well, because I ran away before I did it.
Okay.
It's unfortunate.
The highest was a 17.
Yeah.
And so you sort of still are injured. You sort of recover, check the clearing around, check like the edges of the woods around you, and it seems to be clear. It seems to be just an average clearing that you're all in. I mean, nothing seems to be more out of the ordinary than the woods is already out of the ordinary. So it seems to be safe enough if you guys want to rest.
Okay, do we want to take a short or a long rest?
I reckon we could take like a 2-hour short rest, just regenerate a bit of health and get a move on.
Because I think...
Because if we take a long rest, by the time long rest over, it's going to probably be like the middle of the night. Unless
Yeah.
we took like a
It
really,
will be,
really
yes.
long rest.
And I think Coda has a thing. I might be wrong, but I think Coda's got a thing which like helps with like healing points during a short rest.
Song of Rest, I believe, is what you're talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't show anywhere normally. I think it was like I only saw it when it's like when I was going through like my character.
It probably shows up when you press short rest.
Yeah. It's on, actually it's on Features and Traits. Beginning at 2nd level, you can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Basically, when you spend hit dice to gain hit points, anyone who can hear you can add an extra 1d6 to gain of hit points gained.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
You want to do that then?
We've never really used hit dice before. How many can we have?
Yeah.
You have as many as your level, so 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so and do they recover after a long rest?
Yeah.
They do. You get half your amount after a long rest, so you get 3 every long rest until you have full.
Okay, so then yeah, if we do like a short rest, and then all of us can add an extra d6 to their hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to use 3 of mine.
Alright, so yeah, you're all going to take a short rest.
HP change. I'm going to use... What am I actually?
11.
I'm at 23
Can
out
all-
of 51. So...
12.
Only 4 would help me a lot.
So just a reminder, when you roll your hit dice, you also add your Constitution modifier to the
Yeah.
health you regain.
We'll do that.
On each roll or just at the end?
Add the Constitution modifier to what?
To how much health you gain. So you roll the hit dice, get the number, plus your Constitution modifier, that's how much health you get.
Is that for
So if you have... What was that?
So if I use 3 dice, do I use my Constitution modifier 3 times?
For each one, yes. 3 times.
I mean, it does it automatically on this, so...
So
Because you can roll up to 6, but you don't have to roll all 6, basically.
Cool. I'm pretty much full health. That's nice.
plus an extra d6. Don't forget that.
Oh, that's with the extra d6. I rolled a 5. And got up to I'm now at 50 out of 51, and I've still got my temporary 5 from...
Where would I mark
What
my
spell was
hit?
that? False Life? How long does that last? Duration 1 hour. That'll have ran out by now, won't it?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, at this point, I believe so.
Right, I'll get rid of that. Cool. No more temporary hit points. Right.
Cool. Is there a way to like track how many of the hit points we've used, hit dice we've used?
If you tab over short rest, it'll have shown you how many you use.
He's got it.
So if you click into short rest, there'll be like 6 boxes under your class.
Yeah. Cool.
So I just used 3 of mine.
Oh, mine were d8s. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Something
same. Viago,
Something
hello. Welcome into the stream.
Mine's only D6.
Welcome into the D&D shenanigans. We're currently taking a short rest because the last fight absolutely destroyed us.
I think it's d6 for Tartaros, d8s for Hawthorne and Coda, and then d10s for Kesef. Which still amazing how she has the d10s and she still has like the lowest health.
Yeah,
kinda
So unlucky.
your
I'm so
rolls
sorry,
have been
Noni.
so bad, Noni. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So short rest is help.
Alright, have we all short rested? We've all rolled our dice. We've all regained our hit points.
I believe
Does
so,
anything-
yes.
Anything happen to spell slots in a short rest?
No.
Depends.
Not for
us, no.
sorcerers or bards or no.
I
You
think wizards get an ability where they can regain on a short rest.
Yep, and then warlocks also get their spell slots back on a short rest. I think let me double check. You might get your bardic inspiration back though. I'm not sure. Yes, you do get. You get all your bardic inspiration back on a short rest.
Nice. Cool. I'll take those back. Okay, so short rest. What do
This
we
probably
think?
puts you guys at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. The sun's starting to set. Still not fully dark
Right.
yet. You still have an hour or probably like 2 or 3 hours of light left.
So I'm gonna take this moment to sort of turn to Kesef and it's like, do you know what direction he's been taking us in? Because I know that forests are her favored. Is it forest or jungles that are her favored?
It's forest. There's no like jungle favorite terrain. Forest
cool.
encompasses both. So
Fair enough. Well, I know this is her favorite terrain, so I figured she might have an idea of what direction we've roughly been going in.
yeah. Guess if you know that you've been traveling sort of northwest.
Northwest.
Not northwest, southwest. Sorry,
Was that
wrong
right?
word.
That's a long way.
Wrong word. I meant southwest.
Does Kesef relay that information to me? There's the question.
We'll just say yes.
Yeah.
Will we just assume that Noni relays that information to me?
I'll say I assume so, especially if you ask. Cause
Yeah.
I feel like this was asked. Noni asked last time, but
Yeah, and
she didn't know the significance, and
yeah.
no one asked her. So
Yeah. So I
I feel like if you ask, she will.
I kind of hear that and just sort of go, oh, that's not good. So Shady Creeks would be me sitting here like a asshole. Oh yeah, you were completely spaced last session, weren't you?
No, I think oh yeah, I think you asked what direction you were going in, what direction the tree was leading you guys in.
Yeah.
But I said, yeah, that's fair. I didn't even. Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you're feeling better, Noni, but jeez.
Absolutely. So, when you say that we've been traveling southwest, I kind of take a pause and go, that's the wrong way. Shady Creek's in the southeast. Has that tree been taking us in the wrong direction?
I never trusted that tree.
I don't trust it. I generally, as a rule, don't trust anything that moves. So,
If that's the case, what do we do now?
Kesef, would you be able to lead us in a general southeastern direction? Right. I think our best bet is to just head southeast. We'll either come to the cliffs at the edge of the well, I don't know how far we are through the forest, because am I right in thinking the forest is flanked on either sides by mountains? Or am I wrong on that?
Not quite. There's
Not quite.
so the forest that you know, yes, it is. But
Yeah.
you also know that the Savalier Wood goes far into the Crystal Sands tundra,
Right.
and you know that farther towards this tundra, to one side there is the Rime Plains to the east, and to the west there is the Frigid Depths, which is a large ocean body. So, but right near Shady Creek Run, the Savalier Wood is bordered by mountains, but eventually it opens up and out and keeps going deeper and deeper into this area where it's not bordered by the mountains as much.
Would it be a safe assumption to know that would I be aware that the mountains don't continuously border the forest?
You'd be aware of it mostly through talk and conversations that you've heard in Shady Creek Run, but again, a lot of people don't dare go too deep into the Savalier Wood.
Right. The way I see it, if we travel southeast from here, we're either going to hit Shady Creek, the Rime Plains, or a mountain. And if we hit the Rime Plains or the mountain, that means we're on the edge of the forest, and we can just follow the edge of the forest to Shady Creek, which I think would be a safer option right now.
Okay, which I'm absolutely fine with that, but what do we think?
And it would possibly... What, the tree?
Hawthorne, give me a history check real quick. Real quick.
21.
21. You also know that somewhere, you're not sure, you think it's the sort of near the northern end of it, there's rumors of a river that passes completely through the Savalier Wood.
North-south, or?
Further north.
But does it go north-south, or does it go east-west?
No, it goes east-west as far as you know, as far as you've heard.
Right. That's annoying. Right. So, regardless of what we do, we're also going to have to cross a river. I'm fairly confident I remember being told that there was a river that cuts across Shady Creek, across the Savalier Wood. So, and since we haven't been neck deep in water, chances are we're going to have to face a river at some point.
Fantastic.
So,
okay.
I'm assuming the wider end of the river would also be on the west, where it opens out into the sea, into the ocean body. That's on that side. So logic would dictate it would be narrower towards the east. So more so reason to head southeast from here.
So pretty much, which direction do you think we should go?
Southeast.
And let's go.
Yeah, because it really all comes down to, we know the tree was leading us at least somewhat the wrong direction. We were still going south, but going the wrong east-west.
The question is, how much do we trust the tree? Do we trust that it was taking us southwest to avoid something that's in the southeast?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Or was
is there something it was taking us around, or
is there something it was taking us to?
Well, it could have been leading us to that red cap, because funnily enough, it stopped there. It's the tree said something when we reached that plane. I can't remember what it was.
It said, I think it said something about too early or why now.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
Something it shouldn't have been how it was,
or it shouldn't have been now, or something like that.
We try and find this fucking tree and talk to it, or should we just?
I mean, personally, I say the tree is a lost cause. I don't trust that thing as far as I can throw it. So I'd say we go our own way. We've got someone that's an expert tracking through forests with us. And the further south we go, we'll find territory that I know as well, and I can help us track. So
okay, that's fine by me.
I would probably say kind of hedge the bets on trusting it and not trusting it. we'll kind of go a little bit more south-southeast, just in case it was taking us west around something. That will kind of be able to maybe like skirt it, and then as we get going a bit, kind of move towards the east again.
Yeah, I can always try.
Could be a good idea.
Just in case it was actually trying to help us and not lead us into something.
So
But
is
we're
the
not
one
going
who
to
attacked
continue
the
west,
tree.
just because we know that's the wrong direction. But we know we gotta go south.
Total random question. If I was to climb a tree right now, would I be able to... How far do you think I would be able to see across the top of the forests?
I mean, you're not sure, because no one really knows how big the Savalier Wood is. Like I said, a lot of people don't travel through it. But, I mean, if you want to try it, you can sure see.
Alright. I'm going to try climb a tree.
Right, give me an acrobatics check.
Come on, not 20. Ooh, 18?
18? Yeah, you managed to get up a tree easily enough.
Right. I kind of want to look roughly... So it's 3 p.m., right? Roughly.
About, yeah.
Sunset in the... in the east... the west? Wow, why do I forget that? Rises in the east, sets in the west, yeah. So it sets in the west. So using the sun's position, I want to figure out which way is south and see if I can see anything notable.
Well, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west and Earth.
I don't know what.
But it also does here an example.
Cool.
Just kidding.
Handy. Handy
But,
to know.
Yes.
So, do I... Because we were told about the ruins of a castle, so I'd assume something that large would be somewhat visible.
Mm-hmm.
From the roof. From
so
the
you
roof.
Yeah, you get to the top of a tree easily enough, and you sort of look out. You see the sun setting far off in the west. And give me a perception check.
And this is where everything fails. Watch the nat 1. Oh, 19.
19, not bad. You look out, and for the most part, you do just see a lot of tree cover. You can see, you definitely see closer. You see to the east. You see past several miles of trees. You do see it drop out, and you see an ocean just off in the horizon, basically.
You mean towards the west?
No,
The ocean's,
sorry.
The ocean's to the west.
And my direction's mixed up.
You're all good. I'm confusing you
Hold
with
on.
sun rising and look.
Give me a second. Let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up my map real quick. Here we go.
You're all
Okay.
good.
So yes, to the west, you see the sun setting behind, and then ocean in front of it. You see the frigid depths out there.
Love it.
To the north, where you came from, you do see out. You know, you're several miles. You've traveled some distance, but still decently close. You see the Crystal Sands tundra that just opens out, and you see the Floquet Alps off in the distance as well, the mountains.
Right.
To the south, you see the Dunrock Mountains way off in the distance, and you know that those are the mountains that sort of box in Shady Creek Run and the pass that leads down to the Dwendalian Empire.
Right.
And then to the east, you do see, like sort of to the south and to the east, you see sort of a break in the canopy that you assume is the river. It seems to be about what'd you roll, 19? It seems to be about maybe a day's travel to the river from where you are at the moment.
A break in
You
the
see this
canopy.
sort of
Is it like a constant
break in
strip
the
right
canopy.
across the forest?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And you see, yeah, that's what you see. You see that break in that constant strip across the forest, and off in the distance, all the way to the east, you see sort of the Rhine Plains, which are just an open land,
Right.
open area that just open plains basically.
So I don't see any massive clearings that would possibly be ruins.
Not quite with a 19, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Right. Well, that gives us a decent bit to work on.
Indeed.
Right. So I kind of shimmy back out of the tree and just sort of drop down right next to Kesef. Just boom. Hello. Right, so how do we scout? I reckon we're about, what, 3 days travel from the eastern border of the forest, would you say?
From the eastern border...
For the Rhine
yeah, I'd
Plains.
say about 3 days.
So we're about 3 days from the Rhine...
From the eastern border, no. From the western border, yes.
Right, so we're about 3 days from the ocean. How far would you say we are
closer
from?
to the ocean.
Right, so we're 3 days from the ocean.
The Rhine Plains.
So we're probably, what, 5 days from the Rhine Plains?
5 or 6, and from where you are at the moment, you'd have to go over the river to get the Rhine Plains as well.
Right. So yeah, we're about 3 days, 4 days from the western border of the forest, which is the frigid depths. Probably don't want to go there. Bit cold, not nice. It's about 5 or 6 days travel, I'd reckon, if we wanted to head straight east to the Rhine Plains. And if we're heading pretty much straight south, it's almost bang on a day's travel to hit the river.
Let's go.
Alright then.
Like, it's where we need to go.
And
Can't really
how long
go.
do you say it would be for us to get to the mountains?
The mountains that you saw
The mountains that I
from where
know.
you were.
Probably
Yeah, the
about
mountains
what?
you know. If you go straight south, probably maybe a week, maybe a week and a half.
Christ. Right, well,
You're still a long distance away from the mountains.
we've made some good distance, but we're still easily a week away from the lands that I know, the forest. A week at a minimum. Probably more like a week and a half if we can't keep a straight path going. So I say we head sort of southeast-ish and just see where this takes us.
Yeah, works for me.
You good to lead, Kesov? All right. Well, no time like the present. No time like the present, guys.
Alright, with Kesef taking the lead, you all continue traveling on. The rest of your day spent traveling through this, again, just unnatural forest. Goes by uneventfully, eventually gets to the point where the sun starts to fully set and it becomes completely dark. Kesef, can I get a survival check from you? Actually, I'll get one from everyone, as you sort of... That is assuming you would all like to stop for the night.
Yeah, I don't think traveling at night is a good idea. Guess I've got a 7. I got a 16.
If I roll on that one, do I just instantly die?
Oh,
What
no.
what check?
Survival.
Survival.
I got a 16 for what it's worth. Hopefully that
Same.
finds us.
2 16s? Alright. You do find a small little... Sort of almost like a... Just like a little, like, grove almost, where you see the trees sort of grow, and you can see that they seem to be, like, normal trees. They don't seem to be twisted like the rest of the Savalier would. And it's a small little grove, nothing too large, but it seems like it'd fit you guys all together in like a little camp, if you would want to rest there for the night.
The fact that there's just randomly a safe grove of untouched trees in the middle of this completely corrupted forest, I'm not saying it's dubious, but I'm saying there's probably a reason. Can I do an investigation check to see if I can find if there's something that's causing these trees to be safe?
Sure, give me an investigation check.
That's not 20.
That's why, yeah. So you sort of... Fair enough. You sort of go through...
It's a 23 total for what's worth.
Investigate the area, looking through, and you notice on one of the sort of fully like green trees, a little doorway. Looks like in the tree, and like I'm talking like small doorway, like size of your hand. Seems to be embedded into the tree.
Can I?
Do we knock
Do
on
I
the
have-
door? What do you say, guys? Do we knock on the door?
Gosh, I'll
Oh no, I thought I had Detect Magic. I don't have Detect Magic. Yeah, by all means.
Alright, I gently tap on the door with the back of my finger.
You sort of...
Well, I'm not going to
knock,
smack
knock.
it. It's tiny. I don't want to break it.
No, I love it.
Just
You sort of knock on it. You hear a... Doof. Ah, what the... The door opens. And you see a small figure. Caramel-colored skin, wings, like small little wings that sort of extend, like butterfly wings that extend from his back. Wearing, like, basically like a few leaves as clothing, and he sort of opens the door and says, "Hello? Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Hey, pal. We're kind of traveling through the Savalier Wood, and we're looking for a safe place to bed for the night, and we came across your lovely grove here. Would you mind awfully if we just camped out for the night? We promise not to damage any of the trees here.
He sort of, like, crawls out a little further, his wings start to flutter, and he hovers in front of you. He looks at all of you and says, "Well, it's not often there are folk like you in this area. Where'd you come from? Why are you here?"
Gonna be real with you, pal, that is a long story. Do you mind if we put down our bags, and we'll happily tell your tale?
He sort of crosses his arm and looks at you. "Sure. Why not? Go ahead. Make yourselves comfortable."
Alright. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Alright, so let's just set up a camp and basically regale this little fairy fellow of how we ended up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you sort of set up camp, tell your tale. He sort of hovers near you the whole time, his arms crossed, just sort of staring at you all. Strange tale indeed, but in these woods I think I've seen stranger, if I'm being honest.
It doesn't surprise me, pal.
It's been a long time since these woods have been right, you know?
Yeah.
It's also been a long time since I've seen anyone, so I guess it's good to have a conversation every now and then, you know?
Of course.
What's your name again?
My name's Hawthorne. What's yours?
Physic. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Physic.
Now, I suppose that, you can all have a rest here tonight. It doesn't bother me any, and I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you very much.
If there's anything you need, let me know. I'll be sleeping. So try not to need me. And he sort of flutters away.
I smirk
if
at that.
No one
Like,
stops in.
I kind of smirk and it's like, I like that. I like it. I like it. Actually, me. That's great. All right. Well, safe place to bed down.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to do? Talk about? You set up watch?
I'd go on a limb and say this place is probably secure enough that watch probably isn't necessary. Like, if little fairy dudes manage to keep this place untouched for this long, surely it's because there's something keeping it safe.
Yeah, you'd imagine so.
That happens till you wake up with a little tiny knife in your eye.
Okay, but silver lining, can you imagine Hawthorne with an eye patch? That would be amazing.
I don't trust that little guy.
So are you guys just gonna knock out for the night?
Yeah. I don't think Coda's gonna bother too much.
Yeah, I think it's probably safe enough to not take watch. Which is probably also the exact words that Jadaji's been waiting for us to say, so we can spring out with a massive
That
trap.
could happen.
What?
This is where we get set upon by a swarm of demonic fairies.
And then the tiny fairy became a dragon.
Don't give him ideas. Nah, but for reals, do you guys want to step a watch or just want to zonk?
I mean, don't I have that? I swear I used it last session. I had that like ability where it's like, oh, with keeping watches, it's like, oh, I can play like a song and that helps with it. But I might be wrong.
Sorry, what was that again?
I swear I had something, or it might have been just something I saw elsewhere, where it's like, it's something to do with. I can't even remember. I feel like it was something to do with like a sleep thing, or was that just with elves? I can't even remember at this point. Ignore.
Elves only have can only have to sleep for they have to trance for 4 hours. That's an elf thing though.
That might be what.
Yeah.
That might be what I was thinking of.
So you guys all head down for a long rest?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a long rest.
No.
I don't like
Don't.
that.
You guys can all take your long rest.
Okay.
Get your health spells back and everything, and you all wake up the next morning.
With knives at our throats. I mean, what?
You all wake up next morning dead in heaven.
Surprise! Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream.
Surprise!
Turns out Physic is a bit of a beast.
Physic's a bit of a dickish.
But you all sort of wake up the next day, look around. Go and roll initiative. Exactly. Noni gets it. No. You all wake up next day. You see Physic is sort of hovering next to you guys. He's hovering in the sort of he's laying down but in the air, and he has some bread that he's sort of chomping and watching you guys as you wake up, and he sort of looks at you and says, "Did you sleep well?"
Did you watch us?
Oh no, I just woke up myself. Figured I'd check on you all, make sure you're all right, you know?
Must say, pal, that's one of the best sleeps I've had in a long while.
I'm glad. Where are you off to now?
Gestures vaguely south.
Fair enough.
We're going in that general direction. General direction?
Anything we should know in that direction?
I don't know. I don't really leave my little area much these days. It's dangerous out there for most folk, you know?
Yeah, dragons and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Well, rest of y'all have safe travels, you know? Take care now.
Cheers. And thank you for letting us resting your home. I'd offer you some gold, but I don't want to be rude, but I'm not exactly sure if you'd have much need for it.
Well, now, who knows? And he sort of just smiles and chuckles a little.
All right, I'll give him 2 gold.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna give the guy 2 gold for letting us use his area.
Sure.
So I take
The
2 gold
coins
pieces.
are the size of him, but as you sort of hand them to him, he sort of waggles his fingers and they shrink. He takes them and pockets them into what he's wearing.
I hope you can make good use of them. I don't know if you'll be able to spend them, but hey-oh, gold's gold.
Oh yes, of course. I appreciate it.
Always.
He's just sort of hovering there.
Anything else anyone else wants to do before we leave?
I mean, I can't think of anything.
So do we just...
Alright, you guys head out?
Yeah,
Yes,
we appreciate the rest and we move on.
You guys all go to leave the clearing. As you get to the edge of it, Hawthorne, you get to the edge of the clearing and stop. And you can't go any further. The rest of you walk by and you walk into the woods, but Hawthorne doesn't follow you.
What?
You guys, help! I'm stuck.
And you hear from the
Guys?
back, "Well, now, you did give me your real name, did ya? Wow, that was foolish of you. You know, it's been a long time since I had any company here. I could really use someone to talk with, just hang out, you know?"
We knew there was something up.
But also, yes, that's a
Unless,
real name.
so,
What?
the rest of you can carry on. I think Hawthorne here, he'll, stay with me for a long while.
Coda would like.
I made a joke earlier, and I probably should have if this is the scenario.
I think
Right.
Coda would like briefly be like, "Ah, actually, by all means, take him off our hands," because like just to wind. What up?
Wait.
It's like, yeah, take
Wait.
him off our hands.
No, guys. I know exactly what to do. I sort of turn around to him and smile and says, "I don't think you want that." And I pull up my bagpipes and start playing them as badly as I can.
Oh god.
I will irritate you so much that you'll want me to leave.
Oh no.
Give me... I'm gonna say you're not actually bad at playing the bagpipes, so give me a deception check as you try to play as terribly as possible. I love
You're asking me for a deception check.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 27.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's sort of...
It's coming from my roll and that testing out the bagpipes.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
This little sprite sort of, just like at the sound of the bagpipes, cringes, sort of starts to plug his ears and says, all right. Okay. Give me 200 gold and you can leave. Jesus.
Play it again, but
100?
Let's start this right. 50 gold.
100.
50?
55.
95.
Coda's looking at Tyra. It's like, do we even have this money?
60 gold.
I have 5.
Deal. Give it to me and leave.
Alright, I give him 60 gold.
Okay. He takes the gold. He says,
Let me get rid of that. No, hang on. I wasn't finished. I will give you the 60 gold once you drop your spell and I'm out of the boundary.
Let me see it first.
Alright, I take 60 gold in a wee baggie, open it up, let him see it all, and hold it out in front of me.
Put it on the ground.
No, that's not how this works. Once I'm out of the boundary, I toss it through.
Listen. I can deal with irritation for a while. For pretty long.
You clearly don't know how much of a pain in the ass I am. Ask Coda.
Honestly, he's not wrong.
Coda, give me a persuasion check.
Why does he have to persuade him? He's right.
You get advantage because Ketsup agrees with you.
Well, yeah, he's the worst.
Okay, so the first one's just a 12.
Okay.
The second one... 19?
He sort of sighs and says, all right. Hawthorne may leave my grove. And he says that. And you sort of take a tentative step, like, through the barrier. And you can realize that you can go through it now. He says,
All right.
Gold.
I step out of the barrier, and I throw him the 60 gold, because I'm a man of my word.
All right.
And then we lick it.
Y'all casually forgot that I started this campaign with 500 gold, didn't you?
I totally did, because I have 5.
My character runs a business. I'm minted.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm used to, so you would take the gold and you all turn and you leg it.
Fuck you sprite bastard.
I think that's the thing. Before now, because I like to think because I remember like us talking about Hawthorne giving money to like Kessev and everything. I like to think Coda hadn't noticed any of this till now, until Hawthorne let them take 60 gold in front of him. He has spent his entire life on the streets. Just looks like, huh?
Well, as you guys all turn and leg it, Kesef, as you're sort of leading the way, give me a survival check as you sort of turn and make your way through deeper into the Savalier Wood.
I'm still not over that entire exchange. I was just looking at my inventory and went, bagpipes, I know what to do.
That was amazing.
Oh, please.
Alright, 16. 16? Alright. You turn and you leg it away from this little clearing. You sort of stop for a second, catch your breath, and start continuing on at a more normal pace. An hour goes by, an hour or two, continuing on through the woods. You're sort of, Kesef, you feel you're sort of readjusting yourselves from the more westerly direction you were going, more easterly, southeasterly now. And eventually you notice that the trees up ahead, they start to. You can see that there's sort of these vines growing on the trees that like wrap around and climb up the trees. It's different than what you've seen in the forest so far. You haven't seen vines like this at all throughout your journey so far. So it just comes out as odd to you as you sort of continue to start to head in this direction.
Can I shoot an arrow at one of the vines to see it? Do I see the vines?
Right now, really, Kesef's the only one that's sort of... Because she's sort of in the lead, so she sort of picks this out. It's up to her whether she shares it, what she says, that type of thing. But it's just odd. It's a different kind of foliage than you've seen so far in the woods.
I don't trust it for a second. Those vines are coming alive and pin us to the trees in any moment.
I feel like you're paranoid.
You think?
Kesef, you can give me a nature check if you'd like.
You've only just figured out that Hawthorne's a paranoid bastard.
I think Coda thinks that Hawthorne just needs some yoga.
Invasive plants, get the goats. Oh my god. This is how we solve the Savalier Wood. Goats. The +5 fails, I'm afraid.
Well, 9.
I mean, as far as you can tell, they just seem to be vines. Maybe this area just is a little different ecologically, that these vines start to grow. You're not sure. It's just different.
I mean, as far as we're aware, we don't have anything like concerning, so there's no reason not to carry forward.
Yeah. Might as well. What's the worst that can happen? I probably shouldn't say that, let's be real here.
Yeah.
Still point out to the
Yes,
others.
sort of. Yeah, that it's like, there's some vines up ahead that are different than the rest of the terrain. You all start to take notice of this.
I just sort of squint at it and go, I don't trust it for a second.
And Coda again would be like, you're paranoid. You're just paranoid.
Well, I'm willing to gamble an arrow on that paranoia. I want to shoot the vines.
Alright. Give me an attack roll.
Yee, 11.
You fire an arrow and it thuds into a tree.
God damn it.
If you're gonna... Did you miss? And it wasn't even moving?
I'll shove one of these arrows up your nose in a minute if you're not quiet.
Really, you won't, because you'll miss.
Yeah, it'll probably end up your arse.
Oh, wait, that was in a dream. Okay, it's different.
You had that dream too?
Oh,
It's like Coda failing to stop Hawthorne all over again.
Oh boy.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
a big dream of killing each other. It's like, is this really the time?
I ignore this because I'm just too busy violently frostbiting the vine.
Oh, Jesus.
So, a couple of us having this weird dream revelation. What's
While Tartarus is just in the corner like, ah!
Tartarus is fucking innocent vines at this point.
He's frozen half the forest in the immediate area.
Do the vines do anything? Do they respond?
Out of curiosity, Targos, what's your spell save DC?
Oh no.
15.
What?
15.
You see some, you start frostbiting the trees and the vines, and some of them start to crackle and break and stuff. They seem to just sort of die, though, and nothing seems to happen.
Die
And you see,
as
like-
in was alive.
Of course
You
they
see,
were.
like-
They're wildlife.
It is wildlife. You see that it does go, like, a decent... Like, you look around, it seems to go into the forest ahead of you a decent amount, these sort of vine-covered trees. So it'd take a while if you wanted to frostbite the entire way through this patch. But the ones on the edge seem to fall and die.
Right. I think we
No,
just say
if-
fuck it and head into
Yeah.
this forest before we
If-
get completely off
There
topic.
was, if
Yeah.
there was no unusual reaction from it, then I'm assuming it's probably fine. So
Yeah, it's no reaction to your spell as far as you can tell.
Well, it will have disadvantage.
You guys gonna go forward?
Yeah, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
I didn't know.
Death. Ariel,
Right.
hello, my friend. Welcome in.
Hi, Ariel.
Guess who just gives him a look. Just so you're aware of what you've missed, I pissed off a fairy that tried to trap me in his grove with my bagpipes and then paid him off to let me leave. Anyways, into the
So
vines
yes.
we go.
Continue forward.
Yeah. Now roll initiative.
No initiative. You guys continue into the vines.
Yet.
You guys carry on, moving through. You start to sort of pass these trees that Hawthorne the one that Hawthorne shot, and the ones that Tartaros frostbited that are covered in sort of this like patches of ice. You go deeper into this area. You see it seems to be about the same. The foliage all still this sort of twisted, unnatural look, but it's the same unnatural look that you've seen so far.
Ian, hello, welcome in. Good to see you.
As you sort of hello. As you sort of travel deeper, you give me perception checks from everyone, please.
Why is it always perception? That's a 5.
16.
13.
Tartaros and Kesef. The two of you do notice
That the vines are
that
moving.
the vines start to move
Called it.
and twist and twirl, and then they start to lash out at all of you. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Tartaros and Kesef, you have advantage because you saw it.
Cool.
The dexterity saving throws from everybody.
16.
Ooh, plus.
Alright?
Oh, 19.
Alright?
That
Oh,
advantage
9.
really helped you there.
15 and Coda, what was yours?
9.
Alright. You all sort of start to pull back and sort of, you see these vines lashing out at you, trying to grab you. You all sort of pull back. Kesef, Tartaros, and Hawthorne, you manage to sort of jump back, use your weapons and your bodies to just push the vines back. Coda, you feel yourself wrapped in one of these vines and pulled into a tree high up into the canopy.
Oh, wonderful.
You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Piercing damage?
Cody actually rolled a 19 on his save, so he's fine as well.
That would be real. I
but yeah.
forgot the bear was with us.
Yeah, Cody's good.
Cody's the best.
Hey, real
Cody
quick
is the best.
question.
Yes.
I've taken damage. Have I any idea what it is that's technically damaging me?
It seems to be, as far as you can tell, it's the thorns that are in these vines.
So,
It doesn't seem to be a
so
creature.
theoretically, if I like hellish rebuked,
What does the spell say exactly? Does it say it has to be a creature?
so Hellish rebuke. It happens, which I take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of me that I can see.
Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a specific creature that's attacking you. These vines seem to have just come to life and are starting to wrap around you and pull you up into a tree.
Got you. Okay. Whee!
The rest of you are free, and you see Coda going up into the tree. What do you guys do?
Right. How accurate can magic missile be? Like, is it just sort of a general target, or can I pinpoint a specific thing?
You pinpoint a specific thing, I'll say.
Alright, I'm going to cast Magic Missile, obviously first level, and I'm going to target 3 of the vines that are hanging on to Coda.
Alright. You see there, it's only 2 of them have them. So, it seems there are 2 separate vines that have wrapped around them and pulled them up. So,
2 bolts hit one hits the other. Let's go for that.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll damage because it automatically hits.
Alright.
So do the 2 for the first one.
That's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And 4, so 6 total for the first one.
Or you watch as 2 bolts hit 1 and it snaps away from Coda, breaking. And the second one?
5 total. I rolled a 4.
That's exactly what you needed. The second vine snaps as well, and Coda falls 10 feet to the ground.
Can I have... I'd like... Yeah, why not? I'd say...
You can feather fall.
I can... Oh. Yeah.
So you feel the 2 vines sort of snap, and you sort of cast the featherfall spell, and you glide down to the ground. So you're all free, but you do see the vines are still, like, whirling and, like, around you and whipping at you. What do you guys do? Quick decisions here.
I'm just going to start casting Firebolt.
Okay.
I was waiting to see if
it's
you do
plants, it's fire, Firebolt.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, everyone stay close to me. I don't want to get you guys caught in any fire that spreads.
Give me like, let's say we'll do 3 attacks to start off. 3 attack rolls.
That is a 20. Is this the hit or damage?
To hit.
That's a 25. Eesh, an 8. And a 19.
So 2 of those managed to hit and blast apart some of this, because I'm pretty sure even the minimum damage you can do. Double.
The minimum damage I can do at the moment is 2.
Double to 4. Not quite enough, but I doubt you roll double ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, for narrative reasons, I'll say you sort of start blasting fire around.
And the one that misses hits a passing pigeon, because it always does.
There's a small, like, bluebird is flying through the trees. And
Oh, bluebird, they're nice. Pigeons, they're like...
Nope, bluebird. This is the woods. There's no pigeons in the woods.
You've clearly never been to Scotland.
That's fair.
They're fucking everywhere.
I'm from New York. The pigeons are all in the city.
Yeah.
But anyway, you hit a bird flying away.
Sorry.
But you managed to start blasting your way through. Blasting your way through this sort of tangle of vines and moving your way forward. Eventually, you sort of stumble out of the sort of vined area into a sort of just seems like the same Sevelier Wood area that you've been traveling through beforehand. You sort of all stumble out.
So do we go back where we came, or straight through it?
That's up to you guys. Which way would you guys go? Straight through or back?
I mean, I would have said we would have tried to push through it if we could, but
I'd imagine so.
Always making progress.
Alright, so you do push your way through, and yeah, eventually you stumble out on the other side of this sort of area. You can see behind you as you sort of stumble out. It's only about like 60, maybe 70 feet that you have to travel before you get across this sort of patch of vines. And you can see behind you as you sort of stumble past into the clear trees. You look behind you, see the vines start to the movement starts to slow down and stop until they start to wrap around the trees again and go immobile. But it seems you guys are past the danger.
The sooner we get out of this goddamn forest, the better.
Did it seem like... Is it possible to do like an Arcana check to be like, is that just a thing of the woods, or was that maybe someone using a spell to control it?
I'd say that's more of a nature check.
Okay.
If you want to do that, you can do that.
Fuck it, I'll do a nature check.
Sure. Everyone give me a nature check then.
Well, 5.
Yeah, 13. I was almost a dirty 20, but no.
Wait.
Tartaros casually rolling a 19. Tartaros is the Lorax, he speaks for the trees.
Tartaros, I mean, you know, there are always rumors of plants that eat flesh, eat blood. They survive on meat. Odds are is probably that this was just some strange plant, maybe some kind of mutation that just was trying to eat. Maybe it sensed your body heat, and that's what made it attack you. Something like that.
Interesting.
But that's the best guess you got.
There, are there such things? I was gonna make a carnivorous conifers joke, but vines are not conifers, it seems. So
No. But I appreciate
Anyway. Anyways, shall we make some headway?
I'd say so.
Alright. You guys continue on a few more hours. It comes to maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm going to need you all to give me one more round of perception checks.
Oh, hey, a 19. Nice. I actually rolled good.
14.
Alright, so I think in this case, everyone except for Coda,
God damn it.
you all start to hear a crashing in the woods in front of you. Just and it sounds like someone, it doesn't sound too large. It sounds like maybe a single humanoid-sized creature running. Not trying to hide their tracks, not trying to be stealthy, heading in your direction. The three of you, is there anything you do?
I sort of
Right
glance
away,
to everyone
or-
else and say, let's hide.
as a hide.
Drop into the bushes and get into cover, and we're just going to see what happens.
Okay.
Alright, give me stealth checks, everyone.
Yay!
Cannot wait for
Thank
an
you,
outlaw.
plus 9. That's a nat 20. 29
Jesus, yeah.
stealth. Hang on.
11.
No needs to effort, I'll just ask you to roll for stealth.
Fair enough.
Oh, I ain't getting seen by shit. Cool, did you roll a 7? I think someone may be talking to Noni.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'll just give her a second.
Yeah, they may.
I've been on fire with an @20s today.
Yeah, right? Jesus Christ, how many of you rolled?
I don't know, like 3?
I
What
can't
do you
remember
know?
the last one I feel like it's been forever.
Ryan, were you not already subbed to my YouTube?
No,
Oh, wow.
because
Thank you
like,
for the
last-
sub.
no worries. Because last session, I was like, oh, he's doing it on YouTube. And I was like, ah, there's the YouTube. But I didn't realize you were streaming on YouTube until afterwards. So only earlier did I actually get this stream up and was like, oh, I should actually subscribe.
Nice.
So I may roll Kessa's stealth check for her. I can do that.
That's
Sure.
fine.
I feel bad because I rolled like shit, even with advantage,
Oh,
which
no.
she has. But anyway, that's a 13 for Kessa.
Wait. Oh yeah, we had an advantage because we heard it coming. Of course. I didn't even roll with advantage. I just rolled.
She had advantage for another reason. The rest of you don't have advantage.
Oh, I think I know why it is. I think I know why it is.
But
because the meet you in a close encounter that's what you got from that, but it was definitely something else.
Anyway, continuing on, you all sort of try and meld back into the forest, into the jungle. Hawthorne disappears, like no one knows where he is. Guess with a 13. Hey, no.
She rolled exactly what you rolled. Let's accept that for a second.
That's amazing. Wow.
The odds.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
With advantage. The odds.
With advantage, she did the advantage. But that works out perfectly. Anyway, so you all sort of try and meld back.
Yeah, we're good, Noni. Hawthorne just goes poof and he's gone.
Yeah.
Just
Hawthorne
gone.
goes poof. Tartaros, using his sort of smaller stature, also disappears.
Just dives into a bush.
Kesef and Coda sort of try and hide behind trees and stuff, do the best they can, but you all sort of see this running through. You see this thick-furred tabaxi male with this black fur, but it's like thick and poofy, and he has this yellow eyes as he sort of runs through. He sort of makes eye contact with Coda and says, "Fools, what are you doing? Run! They're here!" And he just runs past you all and continues deeper into the woods.
Well, that's ominous.
Coda, give me a perception check.
Sure. Fucking weird ass.
Does this give Coda and Kesef a chance to hide better?
25?
Coda, you sort of turn to look down, where this tabaxi came from, and you just see along the forest floor spiders.
Nope.
Dozens of them crawling across the floor.
Nope.
And behind these swarms of spiders, two larger ones walking towards you, climbing across the trees. And behind them, you see these two humanoid figures with mandibles like a spider.
Nope.
And these
I refuse.
these
Nope.
old chitinous forms ambling towards you as well, sort of almost hanging onto the trees and crawling towards you, even though they walk on two legs and they have these humanoid forms. I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh! Well, to balance things out, it's rolled in that one. Oh no.
Crap.
10.
Hold on 1 second.
So many spiders.
In it now?
Why can't it be something nice like bunny rabbits or a dragon? Why does it have to be spiders? Oh, fear. I cannot wait to set these things on fire. And if you come out and tell me that these things have an immunity to fire, I am going to hunt you down.
The last
I
spider.
was talking about
The last spiders we faced were weak to fire, so
Yeah.
who knows? We've got more alcohol blood.
there's only one of the humanoid figures. I don't know if I said two. It's only one. I misspoke.
Spider
My
army
apologies.
assembled? Yes, Ian, we are facing a spider army.
Spider army.
So I'm assuming it's going to be, what? Two big spiders, the one guy, and then a
And
swarm?
You can assume whatever you'd like.
Well, I mean,
Don't
you
be like that.
described what I saw. How many of the
That-
spiders did you roughly say?
So it seems like there's these two like clusters of just the swarm of spiders heading towards you. Two larger spiders crawling behind them, and then this sort of humanoid spider-like creature as well.
And how big are these spiders?
About like horse size. The bigger ones, the swarms on the ground, look like normal size spiders, but the two bigger ones are like horse size. They're big spiders.
I'm sorry, did you say horse-sized spiders?
Yeah, is that a problem? Initiatives from you guys. 20 and up? Anybody? 15 to 20?
15.
15.
Fear.
Okay, yeah, 15.
I mean, on the one side, horrifying spiders. On the other hand, the perfect size to be a mount.
10 to 15?
I got
13.
10.
10 for Coda and Hawthorne.
4.
4.
I
Very
rolled a
nice.
nat 1.
All right. Lovely. Give me 1 second. Let me share the map.
I would say a lot of things for
So-
Hawthorne, but not a giant spider. That's fair.
So this is the humanoid-looking spider thing. These two are these two smaller ones are sort of the little swarms that are heading towards you, and then the two bigger ones. Actually, let me readjust this.
Let me just...
They're sort of further back. But and then all the brown circles and everything are like trees. That's like the forest around you. So they do supply cover. You can't get a full view if they're in the way. And I feel like Hawthorne, you were hiding over here. Tartarus hiding sort of over here. Coda, you sort of tried to hide behind a tree, didn't quite get there. Kesef, same thing, sort of trying to hide off over here. But you guys are sort of stuck out.
When that guy said, I see why.
Yeah.
Fucking nasty spider motherfuckers.
Fear.
Alright, Alright, so first up. Alright, give me 1 second. Seconds. Alright, Tartaros, you're up first.
Oh, yay. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could... Can I see both of the big spiders? Or is my vision obscured by that tree?
You
Or the
can
one
see
over
only this one at the moment. Yeah, you don't have line of sight on that guy over here. So you can see this one.
Alright, so I am going to... try and pick it off. Or I do the smart thing. Let's do the smart thing. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Alright.
Because that screwed me last time.
You cast Mage Armor on yourself.
I really need it on my dexterity. But it's fine.
You still have a bonus action and a movement if you'd like.
So let's go. Just a little bit to the left, so I'm fully behind the tree.
Like there.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Kesef, it is your turn.
She's deafened again.
You should definitely again. Fair enough. I will postpone Kesef's turn then. And she can act later. Next up are the giant spiders.
Charming.
Fear. I don't vibe with giant spiders.
one of them is going to attack Kasif. Give that a little time to resolve, though. And the other one is going to shoot a web at you, Coda.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess it can't see the other.
Yeah, unfortunately, it can see you. That's a 16 to hit. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
So you watch as it shoots out this web at you, and you find yourself covered in this web. Your arms are coated together. You can barely stand. You are restrained by the webbing.
Okay. Let's find what restrained does. Speed can't benefit from a bonus of speed. Attack rolls have advantage, and my attack rolls have distance. Okay. Okay. Great. Wonderful.
Indeed.
Love that form.
Kasif, are you here? Noni, I see you're undeafened. Alright, Noni, I'm gonna let you have a go here. It is your turn now. The two spiders have moved up. One has webbed Coda, and the other one is going to attack you. I'm gonna let that attack go through real quick first.
Which, honestly, like, if you're gonna web me, take me out to dinner first.
Does a 17 hit you, Kasif? Alright, so you take 7 points of piercing damage, and you're going to make a Constitution saving throw. Jeez, yeah. Easily a success, so you take half damage. So you take 5 points of poison damage, and you feel your body like start to lock up, but you sort of shove it off and sort of prepare yourself. It is now your turn, Kasif. Alright, roll a hit. Unfortunately, a 9 does not hit. You sort of lash out at the spider in front of you, and it just sort of like skitters back and skitters forward at you again. You do have a second attack, though. You can shoot it, you'll just have disadvantage on the attack roll. Because, yeah, it is close. So it's up to you whether you want to take that risk or not. So it is. Roll a hit again. Unfortunately, you slash at it again, and once again, it just sort of skitters out of the way to the side, like halfway up a tree, and skitters back down at you and just hisses.
I think she's farsighted.
Maybe.
That would be an interesting character trait.
Yeah, right? You still have a bonus action and movement if you'd like. It's up to you. Which I believe you still have your Slayer's Prey to use, correct? Alright. So it would take your action to free him, and if you move away, the spider that attacked you will get an attack of opportunity. It's up to you if you still want to move, though.
Poppy Pack raid. Hello. Are we getting raided right now? Ash, hello, my friend. Welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. We are being attacked by spiders. So, you know, maybe not the best time to raid, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Hello, Furious. Hello, Price. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Ash. And hello, Carlos. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well.
Hello.
How was your stream? I thought you were doing egg block. Did you have fun? Was it good? Reminds me, I need to do a thing. You need that. There we go. Bry! Hello, my friend. Welcome in. I hate spiders. Also, slow mode is on? What is slow mode on? That's really weird. Hang on. Let me see if I can turn that off.
Hi, Bri.
There you go. I lost half my team to one Groudon in the gym. If that tells you anything, that's unfortunate. Also, slow mode is now off, so y'all can have fun with it. Also, Ash Noni says hello. Long live the power of slow mode, indeed. Well, I'm not glad you lost half your team, that sucks, but I hope you had fun with your stream, and thank you very much for the raid, I appreciate it. Alright, so, Noni was getting attacked by a spider?
Yeah. Noni, do you want to take the attack of opportunity to move away? Or do you want to stay where you are? It's up to you.
Ian, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen you in stream and remembered you're meant to be a mod.
Alright, Noni stays. That is the end of her turn. Coda, you're up. You are currently restrained.
Okay. So I cannot move.
JR saved our bacon. Awesome, love that.
I'm going to assume it's the one to like the right that is the one that gunked me.
It's this guy right here, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look at him and say exactly what I said. It's like, hey, take me out to dinner first.
For God's sakes.
And then it's like, but okay, if we're you know, jumping all the first bases and everything, let me just show you what I'm really into. And then I'll cast Cloud of Daggers where the spider is.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Alright.
So...
Hope you guys have a great rest of your session. Love you all. Love you too, Ash. Have a good night.
Bye, Ash. So I believe it takes 44 points when it first enters the area?
Depends what level I cast it at.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast it at 3rd level, so it'll be 64.
Alright, roll damage. And what's the area size again?
So it's a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
And it takes 12 damage. Not best. Not...
Dagger. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. 12, if that came across.
Alright, yeah, the dagger starts... and they start stabbing the spider's chitinous form and sort of hisses at you. But, you still have a bonus action. Unfortunately, you cannot move at the moment.
That is fine. I will use my bonus action to to use Bardic Inspiration on Hawthorne.
I'm gonna say this. You cannot see Hawthorne. Hawthorne is gone.
No one can see Hawthorne.
No one can see Hawthorne at the moment.
I am one with the universe. For context, when we all went hide, I rolled a nat 20 on stealth. So I'm gone. Which also probably means you can't see Ipper, because Ipper rolled really high as well.
To be fair,
Ipper rolled a 17. Give me a perception check real quick, Coda. See who you can see.
I was going to say, it does just say
Yeah.
anyone in 60 feet that can hear me. So, but I could
That's fair.
I could do a perception check, though.
Because it is a song.
Yeah, honestly, give me a perception check for shits and giggles, but I'll probably let you do whatever you want.
16?
16 doesn't see either of them, but you're right. If it's only anyone who can hear, how do you inspire a Hawthorne that you cannot see at the moment, but you know he's around somewhere?
I would. Can I think of one? No, the best one I'm getting is Coda would start performing "Mysterious Girl" by Peter Andre.
Amazing.
Love it.
Hawthorne, you have a bardic inspiration die, and I believe
Awesome.
Coda as the end of your turn.
So I can add that to an accuracy roll, correct?
Accuracy, it's multiple things. So
Yeah.
you can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Cool.
Mhm.
Alright, I'll save that. I'll keep hold of that.
Alright, next up.
Creepy
Is
Mr.
this sort
Spider
of-
guy.
Spider-like humanoid creature that sort of just ambles forward, looking around. And he's just gonna end his turn. He's gonna dash and get there. Next up is the two swarms of spiders.
Mean of likey. Why have I got no area of effect spells? This is such bullshit.
Both of them are sort of swarm towards Kesef.
Oh no.
Kesef, you're gonna take 2 attacks. That's only a 5 out of 10, though, and I believe both of those miss. So the spiders start to swarm towards you and crawl up your legs, but you're sort of whacking them off and backing up, and you see Cody next to you is sort of like stamping on them as well and whacking them off your body. You manage to avoid any damage.
Please no.
Hawthorne, you're up.
Oh yeah, Tara was led with 2 mage armor, of course. Right.
Indeed.
How close am I from creepy mandible mouth dude? And if I move out there, will I be spotted?
If you move out and make some kind of attack, yes. Especially because this whole area, it's kind of like there's not much anything for you to hide in, unfortunately. Like
Do I
right
have
now,
a
you're
straight
covered
line
by
of
this
sight?
tree. If you moved out here, you would.
Would I be spotted if I moved out there?
Not just moving out there, no.
Right, I'm going to take that step out.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going, and since I'm hidden, I've got advantage, right?
You do indeed.
Alright, I'm going to shoot Mr. Mandible Dude with my short bow.
Go ahead. Roll to hit.
I always forget that I can right click and do advantage. Oh well, I'll roll again. So
Yeah.
the first one's a 21, second one is a 12, so we're going to go with the 21.
21 definitely hits. Roll damage with a sneak attack.
A sneak attack. Alright, piercing damage. That is a 6 plus my sneak attack damage. Another 11, so 17 damage total.
Very nice. You sort of come around the corner, fire off an arrow. It slams into this sort of chitinous armor that this creature seems to have, and it sort of stumbles back and hisses in your direction.
I sort of grin and go, hey dude! And I'm immediately going to take a... Did I take a bonus action that turn? I did not. Okay. I'm going to take a bonus action, cunning action, to take the dash action, and I'm going to try and move... forward? Away from them? Like, just like, one up to the left and forward, and then up that
This way?
Yeah, because I kind of want to see if I can lead some of them away from the others. So far enough. So did I see how far dude moved? The first dude moved, or was I hidden?
It looks like an average amount of movement.
Right. I want to be to a point where he'll have to use an action to dash to get to me if he wants to get to me, to be in attacking range.
So, This is how far you can get on your normal movement, and then you bonus action dash. So
Go straight and then hang left a little bit. So go straight up to the tree and sort of there.
around there. Yeah.
Dark, hello, my friend. Welcome into the stream, buddy. Good to see you. So yeah, I'm gonna stay there, and I'm just gonna sort of wave at the spiders and go, "Hey, fuckers, come and get me."
All right.
I'm going to regret that later.
And your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Tartaros, you watch as behind you, out of nowhere, a spider seems to phase into existence directly behind you and lunges at you.
Oh,
Why are there invisible spiders? No, please.
This one, you can see, it has sort of a blue and white carapace. That sort of, it seems to just like literally phase out of nowhere. This blue, like light blue and white carapace, and just lunges at you and starts to grab at you. It has advantage on this attack.
Why? Why an invisible spider of all things?
That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Even with your mage armor?
Right.
Yeah, it's only 13 now.
Only 13. Oh my god. Wait, so mage
You
armor
take
only
that
makes you
out.
13 AC?
Well, mage armor gives you 13 plus your dexterity modifier. Tartarus has no dexterity modifier.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm not that.
That is unfortunate.
But 13's still way better than 10.
This is true. We need to get you
But
on
I
you
can't
can't
wear
wear
armor.
armor.
we can trade to wear armor.
Well,
I got
indeed,
mage
it'll take a
armor.
while. But Tartaros, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and you just make a Constitution saving throw.
There's the
Good thing I'm
poison.
+6 on that. Bad news, I rolled a 3. So
That
9.
is a failure. You take
Oh no. 3 plus 6. That's unfortunate.
12 points of poison damage as this thing lunges forward, bites into your shoulder, and you feel the poison coursing through your blood as you sort of try and pull back from it again. And that is the end of its turn. Tartaros, you're up.
Oh, right.
Noni will be back in a couple of minutes.
Yep, I saw.
Noni is heading home.
Home safe, Noni.
Let's, mad at him. I'm just gonna walk. Let's do. I'm just gonna chromatic orbit second level.
The one right next to you?
Well,
Because that would be at disadvantage.
would be a disadvantage.
Yeah, because it's a ranged spell attack against a creature within melee.
That always doesn't make sense to me because it's so close. How would you miss it?
It's because you have to sort of, with both ranged weapons like archers and crossbows and magic, you have to sort of prepare to pull back the arrow or prepare the spell that a creature right next to you can easily sort of see you preparing and sort of dodge out of the way and even attack you while you're preparing.
Makes sense.
That's how I always seen it.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. So instead,
I mean, I'm not saying a thunderclap would be a bad idea, but...
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, but last time I did that, it didn't work out well for me.
True.
So let's just get some chip damage on it. I'll do magic missile on the second level.
All right, roll damage.
Which gives me 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I'll do all 4 of them at him.
Go ahead, roll damage. Just tell me the total.
I'm gonna use sorcery point on that. 4 and 3. So then I need. Oh. And 16 total.
All right. All right. 16 points of damage. This creature sort of phases right next to you, bites into you, and in reaction, you sort of pull back and thrust out your hand, and these bolts slam into it, and it rears back and hisses down at you. It looks hurt. It looks like that hurt.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to, unfortunately, skip over Kessov's turn at the moment.
Understandable.
I feel bad because 3 things are attacking her at the moment. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Kessov's turn for her because I can. And I'm gonna say she attacks the 2 swarms, or at least one of the swarms around her at the moment. Sorry, Noni.
This is where you're rolling
So
that
I'm gonna-
20 on her behalf.
Right? Alright, so let's do first one against the swarm in front of her. That hits, and the second one against the swarm in front of her. Both easily hit.
Goodness,
Roll
goodness.
damage.
Good damage.
I rolled max damage for both.
Both of them. Damn, nice.
Yeah. That's 18 points of damage. She's like sort of slashing away at these like swarms of insects on her, and you see one of them is sort of starting, she's like cleaving off these insects off of her body, and they're starting to like fall and die and fall to the ground. The forest around her is starting to be covered in these just little carapace corpses. Next up, one of the spiders is going to attack her. The other one is going to move up to Coda. So the one against Kessov is a 13, which misses. And the one against Coda has advantage because you are restrained. Hit. Unnatural 20. Which I believe hits
no.
you. Coda. I haven't heard him in a while.
Ryan?
Ryan!
Ryan!
What's that?
Oh no, he hasn't fallen asleep, has he?
I bet he has. Amazing.
Oh,
I
hang
love
on.
it.
Ryan?
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 Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
There's activity, but we can't hear him. You there, Ryan?
Ryan, are you there? Is it your thing breaking again where we can't hear you, or are you asleep?
Give us a
Don't
sign.
know. Here, let's...
Hello.
If it's just his thing breaking, then he'll see that. If it's him asleep, then he won't.
Can you hear us?
Huh?
Oh no.
Oh no!
It's a disaster.
Indeed. Alright, well, here's the plan, my friends. I will also try and play Coda to the best of my abilities until he wakes up. If he wakes up.
Understandable.
Alright, so Coda is being attacked at the moment. A 20 hits. Let me roll damage. Let me roll a Constitution saving throw for Coda. Constitution save. Roll. Fortunately, that is a failure.
That sucks.
So Coda takes 12 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
And $15 points of poison damage. Oof. Oh yeah, Coda is not looking good at the moment as this spider bites into him. I'm gonna say, as per, I feel like this makes sense. He's gonna use his Hellish Rebuke.
Understood. Makes sense, yeah. He definitely would.
Right. 100%. Alright. Hellish Rebuke. Spider has to make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw. Only a 14. It fails. It takes the full 3d10. Actually, I just roll it on Coda's sheet. Terrible roll. He takes 5 points of damage.
Oh no.
Highly unfortunate. But he still takes the damage, and it sort of hisses and rears back as the flame explodes from Coda. It is now Coda's turn. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. It's moved out of the Blade Ward area.
Which means it would have taken more damage when it moved out of that, right?
Ooh, when it starts its turn, it would have taken damage. You're correct.
Yeah.
Let me double check the spell. Blade Ward.
Cloud of Daggers, even, I think.
Oh, Cloud of Daggers. You're right. Cloud of Daggers. Or starts its turn there. Yep. So it takes the 64. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna say. So that wouldn't have killed it before, but that plus the Hellish Rebuke will kill that spider. So get this damage in, it does move up, but the Hellish Rebuke actually burns away the spider.
Oh, nice.
That was attacking Coda. Indeed. Alright, it is his turn now. Panic.
What would Coda do?
He's very injured, right? What would Coda do? He's very injured. Still restrained. I think I'm just gonna try and get him to break out of this restraint. So he has to make athletics check. He barely manages to break free from the restraint. That's his action. He's gonna throw a healing word towards Tartaros. Just a first level healing. Yeah, give him a first level healing word. Tartaros, you gain 5 hit points. Woo. And then he's going to back the fuck up. Because he is very injured. Very injured. Because I don't want to kill Coda when he's not here. Alright. Next up is... Oh boy. Okay, more me. This creature.
He's probably pissed off with me, isn't he?
He is. He's going to... full on dash to get to you.
Hey, beautiful.
And that's the end of its turn. The The swarms are going to try to attack Kesef. That's a failure. And another failure. The swarms cannot. They're just trying to like climb up Kesef, bite into her armor, her scales, but they're not penetrating at all. Hawthorne, it is your turn.
Right, let me do some quick maths here. Right, okay, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start my turn by using a bonus action to activate Steady Aim.
Alright.
Which means I can't move, but I get advantage on my next attack roll. And I am going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Gotcha.
With advantage.
Just to double check, Steady Aim is just any attack roll, correct?
Yeah, any attack.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
It just says attack roll. So, with advantage, I roll a 19.
That it does indeed hit.
And that's 3d10 necrotic damage. For a grand total, such bad damage, 12.
12, you sort of reach out your hand and, like, touch, and you feel the, like, chitin, like, this chitinous armor on this creature as you touch it. And you put your hand there, and the necrotic energy spreads out and starts to crack the chitin. It sort of hisses and screeches at you, reels back a little bit, covers the pain, and sort of pulls out this, like, primitive, like, stone dagger and prepares to attack you with it.
I sort of grin and go, bring it on, buddy.
Alright, is the end of your turn?
It is indeed.
Alright, Tartaros, the spider that appeared next to you, is going to lunge forward once more. But only a 9 to hit, as it sort of lunges forward to bite down on you. You sort of run under it, because it is much larger than you, and sort of dodge out of the way.
Nice.
And it is your turn, Tartaros.
Alright. Well, I swear I did something else too, but I guess not. Let's do... another magic missile. Then we'll keep it second level. I want to try and kill this thing.
Alright, roll damage.
So that's 44 plus 4. 4, a 1, and a 1. I'm going to reroll the ones. So 4, 8, 12. So it's another 16 points.
Jeez, that's exactly what you needed.
Nice.
So you sort of duck out of the way of this creature's bite, and you run underneath it, and you just like throw out the magic missiles underneath it as it slams into its stomach, and this like ichor, this like clear ichor, just starts to fall down on top of you as the creature starts to collapse, and you roll out of the way from underneath it.
I just puked.
Very nice.
Nice.
Dead. Next up is Kesef. Kesef is going to continue attacking the swarms. Let's see. Very much hits. Very much hits.
That was a d20 for a moment. I was like, ooh, that's damage.
No, not quite.
Are we going to get 2 max damage rolls again?
Not quite.
No.
But that first one is enough to... She finishes scraping off one of these swarms off of her body as the rest of the spider's corpses just collapse onto the ground. And the other one also takes some damage as she's just throwing these spiders off of her.
Alright. Very beneficial turn for us.
Indeed. This spider is going to continue attacking Kesef. Jesus. Only a 7 to hit. It is Coda's turn. What do we have? Coda is going to... I think he's just going to Cure Wounds himself because he is very injured.
Understandable.
For 17 points of health.
Jeez.
Very nice. Yeah, it was a good roll. Heals that, and then I think he's going to also Bardic Inspiration Tartaros. I don't know what he'd say. I don't know what song he'd use. I'm not good at songs, so... Ta-da! Bardic Inspiration Tartaros, you have it.
Does that mean I don't have mine anymore?
Nope, you keep it as long as he can
Cool.
give it out to multiple.
I also want to double check because I was googling to see whether you could use Bardic Inspiration to lower an incoming attack roll. Did we ever go over the fact that his Bardic Inspiration die went up from a D6 to a D8?
I think we've talked about it. That's been a D8 for a while.
Just want to double check.
Noni.
I couldn't remember. Noni,
But it is a
welcome
D8.
back.
She's deafened at the moment.
She is indeed.
That wake, Ryan. I see movement. Ryan, are you awake? Did that wake you up? No.
Ryan.
Okay. Ryan.
I think it might be picking up
Okay.
him like quietly snoring or something.
Probably. But I'm gonna
well.
say it's the end of Coda's turn. It is the spider creature's turn. It is going to attack you.
What a shocker.
Alright.
Bring it.
2 attacks against you.
Sure.
The first one with these mandibles lunge towards you. A 17 to hit.
That hits.
Right, you take 8 points of piercing damage. And another 8 points of poison damage. And you just make a Constitution saving throw.
Before that, I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge to halve the damage.
Go ahead, so you take 8 points of damage overall.
Alright. And what was that, con saving throw?
Yes.
Oh! Not one.
That is a failure. You are currently poisoned, which means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Poison like hell.
Of all the times,
And then
you'd think by this point I'd have like a proficiency in Constitution saving throws for the amount of time that I've saved myself from dying by eating random shit.
Alright. But, then its claws come at you for a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, funnily enough.
Right. You take 8 points of slashing damage as this claw slices across your chest as well.
Just 8 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
Alright, that hurts.
The swarm continues to try and engulf Kesef. Unfortunately, it does not succeed again because I cannot roll higher than a 10 with the swarms. But Hawthorne, it is now your turn.
Alright, to deal with that pesky poison disadvantage, I'm going to use Steady Aim again. So it's just neutral.
Yep.
And we are going to attack with my spear.
Go ahead, roll a hit.
Come on. That'll do 23 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
And I'm going to roll for a... I'm assuming it's... I don't know if that's a two-handed attack or if it's a thrown attack, but it's the one with the higher damage.
It'd be if you're sort of... It'd probably be a two-handed attack, yeah. With the higher
1d8
damage.
plus 4. And that's a full-on 8. 12 damage.
12 points of damage. You bring your spear forward and you completely run through the creature in front of you. And it sort of slides off your spear and collapses into the ground.
Nice.
Very much dead. Alright. Anything else in your turn? You technically still have movement. No, because you steady aimed, right?
Yeah,
that
steady
case,
aim,
that's-
so I've not got any movement. Don't have bonus action. Don't have a reaction. I don't
Let's
think
see,
there's
your
anything
turn.
I can do.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Tartarus, it is your turn.
Alright. Let's help our friend Kesef out. So I am going to kind of hop out to the right. Sally, I'm
So, like,
kind of
this way?
Yeah.
Alright.
And that's still far enough from them where it won't be disadvantage.
Indeed.
So then I am going to use my Meta Magic Twin spell to attack both of them
Ooh,
Alright.
very
with
fun.
a second level chromatic orb.
Hey.
Alright, roll to hit both.
And it's is it one roll to hit or or individual?
Individual, so you have to roll to hit both, yeah.
First one's a 16.
Alright.
Second one's only a 10.
Don't forget you
So
got
say,
your inspiration.
You do have a bardic inspiration.
Inspiration.
That could add an extra 8 onto it.
Huzzah! So I'll definitely add to the 10.
Yeah.
Another 7, so 17.
Easily both hit, so roll damage.
Alright. 24 for the first one. And 15 for the second.
You literally send out these two bolts of what damage was it again? Fire?
We're going fire.
Alright. Both of the spiders, the large spider, literally it drills through its chest and comes out the other side and it just collapses to the ground. This sort of swarm of spiders on Kesseth, you slam the fire into the ground at her feet and it just explodes and just the spiders around her just shrivel up and crumple to the ground dead. And yeah, that is all the danger at the moment taken care of.
And that's why you don't mess with
Massive
sorcerers.
poggers.
Massive poggers. So you'll sort of catch your breath, look around. There's one thing I want to do before we close out for tonight, but I really want Noni to be there for it.
Let me just ping her in chat and ask her to get in.
Give her a quick ping. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. 'Cause we're going to end right after.
Did that actually ping her?
I think I pinged her a roll. I'll ping I did that as well, just in case that one didn't actually do a proper ping.
I see, it's a weird color. That makes sense if that was her roll.
It's like how I've got a John roll.
Yeah, I forgot that we did that.
Yeah. It's honestly still surprised we've got this server when we've got the Backyardigan server as well.
Yeah, it's
True.
kind of redundant, but
True. I mean, at this point, literally, this is all we use this server for.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 100%.
No, he did not reply to my pings.
Indeed.
Well,
Alright.
Before we wrap up, could I go ahead and search the big bony guy that I just killed?
Yeah, I mean, you can search him. He really doesn't have much on him. There's a print of his stone dagger. And then it's just this, like, humanoid-looking spider creature. It has chitin armor that just is part of his body. It's nothing... There's really nothing else on him.
Nah. Fair enough.
Yeah?
I really wanted to face off against him and taunt him by calling him Spider-Man.
Oh, damn it. Why did I not think of that?
Oh, boy. That would have gone well.
I did not get a chance. Exactly, Spider-Man.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna call it there then.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna, as you sort of all recover from this fight, I will say, as you sort of start to recover, you have no sign of that tabaxi that ran through real quickly, but what you start to hear is the sound of rushing water ahead of you, and that's where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, yeah. Nice. All right.
Indeed.
Well, in that case, I'm going to wrap my stream up real quick, and then I'll come back and we can sort things out. Back in a moment.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Bye, YouTube.
Sounds good. Bye, YouTube.
All right. Well, that was fun. I didn't die this time. I actually killed something, so you know, useful. Anyways, it is the end of the stream, which means we are going to go on a little raid. Let me hop over to the arcade and see who's gone live recently. You know what? Yeah, we'll do this. We're going to go ahead and send the love over to my very good friend, Kevin. He is just out of quarantine, and he's back streaming for the first time in a week, and he's doing some Pokemon Showdown. So let's go ahead and send him the love. There is the link. Hit him with that hashtag Scotsman raid. And we're going to call the stream there for tonight. Thanks everyone that's dropped out of the stream. I hope you all had fun watching us dick around in D&D. Hopefully we'll have another session next week. If not, there will be some fun stuff coming up this weekend, and possibly later on in the week. There might be some stuff fun happening tomorrow. So anyways, thanks everyone that dropped by the stream. I hope you all had fun, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.